Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today, mostly because we're going to investigate a totally hidden phenomenon that is literally happening right under your nose. Look, if you run a business, manage a website, or just care about your digital presence in general, you're probably constantly monitoring who walks through your digital front door, right? But what if I told you there is an entire shadow layer of activity happening on your site right this very second? It's activity that directly drains your competitive edge, hits your bottom line, and the craziest part? You can't even see it.
Okay, let's dive into this, because this question is exactly what we need to be asking. Are AI bots reading your website right now? Your website is out there working for you, serving customers, pitching your services, providing value. And sure, you're probably checking your analytics dashboard every day, looking at visitor counts, bounce rates, where people are clicking from. But here's the thing. Traditional analytics, they are only telling you half the story. There are unseen digital entities currently browsing your site, reading your text, and analyzing your entire business model. You just can't see them yet.
Section 1. The invisible AI traffic, what you can't see yet. So, let's look at how this builds on our understanding of traditional web traffic. On one side, obviously, we have visible human traffic. These are real people navigating to your page, reading your blog, clicking your buy buttons, and eventually becoming paying customers. That's the goal. But on the other side, we have this invisible AI traffic. According to our source material, these AI systems quietly crawl your site. They summarize your hard-earned content, and crucially, they reuse that content elsewhere, very often without giving you a single ounce of attribution. So while you're optimizing everything for human eyes, AI is just silently extracting your value.
So who exactly are these silent extractors? Well, we aren't talking about obscure, no-name scripts run by a kid in a basement. We are talking about the absolute biggest players in the tech industry today. Our source highlights traffic from GPTBot, ChatGPT User, Claude, Perplexity, and various OpenAI agents. These are incredibly sophisticated systems that are constantly scraping the web every single day. They are the invisible observers looking at your digital property right now.
And that brings us to a really powerful realization, captured perfectly in this quote straight from our source. You wouldn't ignore human traffic. Why ignore AI traffic? It's a brilliant paradigm shift, isn't it? Think about it. If 1,000 actual humans walked into your physical store, started snapping photos of all your products and your price tags, and then just walked out without buying a single thing, you wouldn't just ignore it. So why in the world are we completely blind to it when artificial intelligence does the exact same thing to our digital storefronts?
So, the crucial point is, Section 2, the hidden revenue exposure, the threat to your bottom line.
To really quantify this abstract threat, let's look at some real data pulled directly from the live sample dashboard provided by AgentReady. In just a sample analysis of 42 AI sessions, they detected a massive risk score of 9 out of 10. And guess who was listed as the top vendor scraping the site? ChatGPT. 9 out of 10. That indicates an incredibly high level of risk happening entirely behind the scenes.
Now, what's genuinely alarming is exactly where that 9 out of 10 risk score is coming from. Because it's not just that AI is glancing at your homepage, it's functioning almost like a digital heist, targeting what our source calls high-value URLs. Look at the pages these systems are hitting: pricing, demo, contact, quote, and API pages. They're scraping your financial models, they're tearing down your product features, mapping out your business relationships, and analyzing your core sales strategies. They are literally taking the most valuable intellectual property your business has.
And when AI starts crawling your quote-related pages and API backends, AgentReady flags this with a very stark alert: active revenue exposure detected. I really want to emphasize that exact phrase. AI crawling isn't just some weird technical glitch or harmless internet background noise. When they lift your pricing and product data, it is an active, ongoing threat to your sales pipeline and your competitive advantage. This is exactly why a critical line of defense is absolutely necessary.
Section 3. Unmasking bots with AgentReady, the shield.
So the critical solution presented in our source material to combat this is AgentReady. This tool doesn't just provide live AI traffic visibility. It acts as a fundamental security measure for your revenue. It's designed specifically to let you protect your content and your pricing before it actually impacts your business. It literally takes the invisible and makes it visible, serving as a totally mission-critical safeguard.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what you get. AgentReady's dashboard breaks this intelligence down into 3 core actionable metrics. First, you get the exact ratio of AI versus human traffic, so you finally know exactly who is really visiting. Second, you see the specific top pages hit and scraped by AI.
And third, which is definitely the most important for our focus today, you get a dedicated revenue exposure report. This specifically flags when AI traffic accesses those critical pricing, contact, demo, quote, and API pages. Basically, you get your power back.
Section 4. Setting up your defense. Action and deployment.
Now, you might be wondering how complicated this is, but as it turns out, deploying this shield takes literally just minutes. AgentReady guides you through a seamless 4-step process. Step 1. You just add your website domain. Step 2. Choose your platform, whether you're on WordPress, Shopify, Wix, Squarespace, Webflow, or a custom build. Step 3. Install one single lightweight tracking script. And Step 4. Sit back and watch the invisible AI traffic suddenly appear right there in your dashboard. It is incredibly straightforward.
But best of all, our source stresses that there is zero friction to getting started with this. You can start tracking this traffic today on a free plan. No credit card required at all to begin uncovering who is scraping your site. You can actually even explore a live sample dashboard on their site before you install a single thing, just to see exactly how that revenue exposure reporting works in real time.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today, right? From the hidden dangers of invisible AI traffic to the specific, alarming ways it threatens your hard-earned revenue by scraping your highest value pages. We also looked at how a tool like AgentReady can finally shine a spotlight into the dark corners of your web analytics. So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought to consider the very next time you open up your website analytics. What are AI bots taking from your site today, and just how much revenue is it costing you? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.